What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ferris here, and as you guys may or may have not known, cryptocurrency is falling to new lows, and we are streaming this live, so I hope you guys are enjoying your day. I decided to change up the stream a little bit. I have my face back on here. Just wanted to keep it a little more personal. So we're just waiting for more people to join if you're watching us after the fact that the video is up. What's up, Jackson? As you guys know, at previous live stream, we were talking about this pocket of consolidation here and how it was an optimal shorting opportunity based off probabilities and the investor sentiment in cryptocurrency. And as you guys see, we continue to drop. This is no surprise for anyone who watches my live streams. Again, we are the only channel really going over. What's up, Aaron? We'll get to everyone. What's up, Aaron? What's up, Alex? What's up, Oliver? What's up, Jackson? Thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate you spending some time here with me talking about cryptocurrency and us making some money. I hope some of you guys took the advice and went to JAFX and shorted. And we'll go over my trades right now. And I did add 2 more Ether trades. I should have added like 5. You know, I have that part of me where I go, should have added 5 or 10 more trades, but sometimes I just like to keep it on the safe side. And you do regret it when you're right, but you know it's a process, and you can't take the whole pie sometimes, so it's okay. But for anyone who's new watching, you guys know that we anticipated this crash a long time ago, about 3 weeks to a month ago, when Bitcoin was trading at $10,000, and I was saying Ethereum was probably the best cryptocurrency to short, based off the overvaluation compared to multiple other cryptocurrencies. It is a good cryptocurrency. Again, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying cryptocurrency is bad. I'm not saying don't invest in it, and blockchain is not a solution. Blockchain is not like a technology that won't change the world. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's overvalued for what it's bringing to the marketplace and offers a good short. My trade's working out great. I'll go over my trade in a second. But again, guys, for anyone watching us after the fact, the live stream's going on, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe. I hope you guys like the setup. And now we're going to go over what we were talking about before, and it should be fairly clear that these pocket of consolidations, I do not say these and do not record these live streams for no reason. It's to show proof that this strategy works, and these strategies work for a certain amount of time until the market shifts into a different course. But right now, they're working. We were talking about the pocket of consolidation where it comes up, retests, and we'll go to on the 4-hour chart. It looks a little nicer. They come up and retest these areas where it can previously, it was a high. It comes up, retest this, and that's where you short. Okay, these are the pockets right here, and then it did it again here. Obviously, the market structure was a little higher, and then I was saying yesterday in the last live stream, potential good short. Okay, and here, let me change my background because the color theme is kind of messing with my eyes here. Okay, that looks a little better. Okay, so you can see right here, I was talking about pocket of consolidation where the price is getting rejected is a good shorting opportunity. And it was a previous support right here, and I have the pocket right here. Let me change this color so it's not too crazy here on your guys' eyes. So this yellow box that I'm moving around, this was the pocket of support here, where there was a support, and obviously it formed a support here again. And I was saying, this time I expect a rejection. Based off the sole fact that the probabilities are in your favor that it gets rejected because Bitcoin's making new lows and it cracked a key. It had a bear flag, which always indicates usually a new lows. It does take time. The market does take time. And the odds were in your favor. You're not going to always be correct 100% of the time, but using probabilities, obviously 530 was a good rejection point on Ethereum. If you shorted there, I mean, again, even if you missed this huge drop, you still made, at the current market price, if you shorted at 530, you made $40, okay? And this is not like, oh, I'm guessing and playing, blackjack here. It's just support and resistance. Price tends to be elastic and retrace back to its former levels, and support and resistance work pretty well if you know how to use them. So, hey, what's up, Alex? I fucked up and verified. I still can't figure out how to trade using it. Alex, you should watch my How to Short Bitcoin video. I went over that, how to get it all set up. It's pretty easy to set up. I don't know why you're having trouble funding it. You got to use MetaTrader. MetaTrader is the platform they trade on. Okay, and anyway, here are my shorts. I'm up $750. What's up, Bulbul Guy? Thank you guys for joining me. Up $750. I added 2 more Ethereum yesterday. You could see that 6/11. Today's date is 6/12. I added 2 more Ethereum. You know, I wish it was like 6 more Ethereum because, you know, I'm up on those trades $40. So if I added like 5 more, I would have been up 200 on those 5 short. You know, 100 more would have 10 more would have been 400. But then again, I try to keep my risk relatively low. And we were talking about Bitcoin dropping. It was a very, very predictable pattern. I was saying Ethereum, best odds, best risk to reward ratio. It's going to be hard to short it, but when you short it and the price falls, it falls quickly and you make money. So you can see prices fluctuating, but you know, I'm up $737. It's looking good, so it's great. I invested in North Korea 1. I don't know what that is. Is that their currency? But anyway, guys, like, is anyone trading this? Is anyone short this? You can let me know in the comments below, or in the comments. I'd love to hear if anyone's profiting off this Bitcoin and cryptocurrency dump, because I feel like no one is profiting off Bitcoin dumping when it could be. It's literally the easiest thing to do. And again, you don't have to be right 100% of the time, but you know, $100 in JAFX would have made you a ton of money. And I still see Ether dropping. I think the break of this support is indicating we're going to come right here to about 360. And 360 is going to be the price point where we'll consolidate a little bit and probably do the same type of price pattern we did here and then drop lower into July. But it's great. I expect my account to be around $1,000. This is real money. This is no fake. This is no BS here, guys. We're trading with real cash, and these are shorts that are dated since the 5th, and that's what I built the trade up. Again, I told you I'm not perfect when I trade. Sometimes I do get emotional. That's why I do write down a plan. And if you can see me on the little live stream box, I have a little trading journal where I do write down my plan with money and everything right here. I have like literally a whole journal, and I you know, always look back on this. And when I see myself doing poorly, I always look back on this and make sure to see, did I write this trade down? Did I plan this out? And usually when you're doing wrong, and when you have a bad trade and something good doesn't go your way, it's usually your fault because you're making the decision. So you got to go back and look back at what you did wrong and try to adjust and not make that mistake or a cousin of that mistake, and move forward and try to make trades where the probabilities are in your favor. And that's why I took an Ethereum trade. But obviously every other cryptocurrency is dropping. Bitcoin obviously being the main one. I said it's going to break new lows, and we are already testing these lows right here. I expect them to break it. This is not like a science. Again, like I was saying, this is a clear bubble pattern. It's very easy, and it's time and time again. If you guys study these books, people are delusional when they're in crowds and they go on YouTube and try to, you know, reiterate their thesis in their head that they think this cryptocurrency is going to go to $100,000 or whatever. But if you just look back in history, history tells you that, you know, these bubbles always pop, and they're easy to make money when you short them if timed correctly. And that's how you do it. How much is a good amount to start with when shorting with cryptos? Jackson said. Jackson, that's up to you. Whatever you're comfortable with. Just make sure you don't get emotional when you trade. If you don't know, trading cryptocurrency is like trading stocks. It's a form of Forex too, but I think it's more so like trading stocks. So just make sure when you're trading cryptocurrency, you have to understand you are managing your risk. That's the most important thing. It's risk management. Once you manage your risk and you plan your trades, it should be pretty easy from there. You know, plan the trade, base it off technical analysis, investor sentiment, the facts. When I was showing you guys Google Trends, the CFTC probe. Oh, and then here, Apple prohibits crypto mining in apps with new guidelines. So, you know, it's just all this news is just speeding up the downfall for crypto. And people will say, oh, why is crypto dropping today? And they'll probably say Apple prohibits crypto ads or crypto mining apps. And then they're going to go and say Google ads caused this crash and this. It's just Bitcoin's overvalued, and you could have definitely profited off this if you were making the correct decisions. And there's nothing wrong with not being in the trade. It's just educating yourself for the next trade. Maybe the next bubble or the next time to short would be the stock market. And the stock market obviously is a little harder because there's a lot more people in there. Cryptocurrency was pretty obvious. But again, you know, there are many opportunities to short. Regardless, let's answer some questions. Do you think there would be another Bitcoin bubble after this bubble's finished? I don't predict the future. I never try to. That's why I really don't even give price predictions. I gave a few back in December, and they were pretty spot on with Ripple. But I really don't try to give price predictions at all. Maybe there will be, but I would wait for Bitcoin. This is what I project Bitcoin to do. Again, I don't try to predict. Prediction is a firm set belief in your mind. If it, it's just not a good way of trading. You can't. I don't try to tell the market what to do. I let the market tell me what to do. I look at the market and see where she tells me to take a trade, and where she shows that she has, okay, this is where the price is getting rejected. I can look at all the facts with the news going on with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Is the demand there? Is the supply there? I evaluate volume. I evaluate investor sentiment through multiple sources of news, and then I make a decision from there based off what the market is showing me. And the market shows you the trade. You don't make the trade for yourself. I know that sounds like a what? You're clicking the sell button, but the market tells you when to make the trade. Okay, the market was telling me, and a perfect example here, that this was the perfect shorting opportunity. Last live stream yesterday, we went over that, and I was saying, the price was here. This never existed right here. These candles were never existing. Okay, and I was like, this could be a potential short. These lines did not move. They've been here. I don't adjust my prices. That's, again, why we do the live streams, to show people that these strategies and techniques do work when associated correctly. They don't work all the time. Just use probabilities in your favor. So you can see huge sell-off. Volume is relatively low. You short the top, 530, 534. You get one little pop here on Kraken, but Kraken, again, the prices are not always the same on every cryptocurrency exchange. As you can see, you get a little pop here on Bitfinex, but on Coinbase, I think it was a little different. Same type, 540. So 540, 530 was the shorting area. The like logo is covering the top left of the chart. Oh, it doesn't matter. CPT, it's not going to affect the chart. Let me see. I have, okay, yeah. It's just covering the price. Right now we're looking at Ethereum. But you can see, I mean, it was pretty clear that Ethereum was a good short here, and it was just based off the previous support and resistance, which was right here, highlighted by this yellow box. Okay, you can see that right there, and I highlight it here. It bounced 2 times here, okay, but it has broken this price level here, which was 530, 530 to 480. 530 to about 480 was a range. It goes back and trades in. Again, the price is elastic. It comes back here. It trades in here. Use this as a form of support, and then went higher. Again, tested this level right here, bounced, and then we came back to this level, and that was a good shorting opportunity, just based off what the market tells you. So you take the risk here at 530, and now you're up nearly $40, and I think even more once it continues to crash. So what else? Tron's at 4 cents. Always when I don't have cash to buy. What's up, James? I'm glad you guys are enjoying these streams. I just try to put valuable information onto YouTube. I know this information will continue to be on here forever. I never plan to delete these videos, so this was just proof in the pudding. I know a few other people were trying to predict that this was a potential bounce, not trying to give hope. I just try to tell it how it is. I try to keep it real with everyone in here, and I hope you guys, I know a lot of you guys respect that. So has anyone taken a trade on Ethereum or cryptocurrency? I mean, I'd love to hear if anyone profited and made some money off some of the strategies we went over. Tron, goodbye. Justin bought BitTorrent. Oh, he did? He bought BitTorrent? No way. So see, I love these because I love these streams because I can get some more information. But Tron, let me look that up. Tron, it's still gonna sell off. I mean, it's an overvalued coin, but BitTorrent. BitTorrent sells to blockchain entrepreneur Justin Sun. That should be interesting. So that's definitely something to look at. But obviously, the market is not reacting to Tron. It's reacting to this BitTorrent news. It's reacting solely to the fact that Bitcoin's dropping and Tron is dropping with Bitcoin because it moves the market. I want your more. I need to learn this way of thinking. Yes, me for shorts. No problem, Jason. James, I'm glad you're doing well. Bulbul guy, just make sure to keep following, the tutorials, and I try to go over in the live stream as best as I can my strategies for shorting. But again, 7%. It wasn't like, oh, out of the bloom, cryptocurrency is dropping. This was very easy to anticipate. Again, not predicting. Predicting is more set in stone. Like the weather is going to be 90 degrees tomorrow. I like to anticipate because I don't know exactly what the market's going to throw my way, but I definitely can put the probabilities in my favor to make a profitable trade. And I hope a lot of people did that. So James, great job. Tron is still paired to BTC indeed. Yes, so I want to talk about that. The BTC pairing is actually does have an effect on the prices going down. I do agree with that. But again, it's like I compare it to like the NASDAQ, to the Dow Jones, the S&P. When those indexes drop, okay, even though a stock's not in that index, so say like say Snapchat, it's not in the S&P, but it's the S&P drops like say 50 points, Snapchat's gonna drop because that's the overall market. So it's the same type of essence. You guys gotta like study that. The market is always gonna reflect the cryptocurrency market. So Bitcoin is the market. It is and always will be the market until something else comes its way and changes it, or another index or another cryptocurrency overpowers it. But for now, as of this date, Bitcoin is the overall market, and that could be for a few reasons, because it's paired to every other cryptocurrency. It could be just because it's the original cryptocurrency. I don't really try to speculate on that. All I know is that when Bitcoin goes down, every other cryptocurrency goes down. So you have to understand when that happens, that's an opportunity. And we here, we like to trade. I'm a trader, and when we take trades, you want to you seek opportunity, and when volatility is present, you take advantage of that and you make the trade and make money that way. Would you like to do a tutorial video for beginners? Yeah, Bullable Guy actually will do that. I was actually trying to set up a little trading platform, but I want to establish you know, a form of consistency, showing some real proof of trades. I don't like to tell people how to trade and not show proof that these strategies do work. Regardless, in hindsight, a lot of people like to show charts in hindsight and say, oh, look, if you bought here, you would have made this much money here. I like to show them live, and the live streams will show that you know, we anticipated these prices based off probabilities, investor sentiment, current market data with the volume, and the news regarding that, and how you can make money doing so. But yes, Bullable Guy, that's what I do. I'm here for. I try to help people. I try to keep this community as close-knit as possible, and it's a great time. I'm very passionate about trading, and it's something I see myself doing for the rest of my life. Because if you guys stay consistent with this, remember, this is a career path. It's like any other job, but no one's telling you what to do, so you have to be very committed. You have to make decisions that are, you know, in your best interest, and you gotta also know how to take L's. You have to, you know, have an L and bounce back, like Big Sean says. You know, last night you took an L and now you bounce back. So you gotta take L's, and you gotta be good at taking L's and cutting your losses. Because when the losses are there, and this is the fact that maybe people bought this dip on Ethereum right here, and now they didn't sell, and they had this much profit. They're up like $300 almost, and they didn't sell, and they thought Ethereum was going to go to 1,000. Well, now they're back down, and now they're losing money. So you guys got to understand that. What do you do besides crypto? I trade stocks. I also invest in gold and silver for long-term use. Right now, my main plan for anyone who's interested, richest man in Babylonia. Basically, I paid off about $14,000 in debt that I put myself in, you know, being naive in college. So basically, what I did with that was I paid off $14,000 in debt. I just paid off. I'm paying off my last credit card. I have like $300 on that. I pay off about 30% of my total income from my regular job. I just work like as an on-demand delivery driver in the on-demand delivery service, like DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub, that type of industry. I'm a DoorDash driver, and I also I want to get into Postmates, and I want to build business based off that as well, with that servicing and advertising and all that. That's my future plan. I'm building that as we speak. But I use that paycheck to pay off and invest in the market. So basically, say I make like $1,000 in 1 week. I'll split that up in an increment like that's suitable for me. But a lot of people like to do the set rule, and like kind of the guideline is 90%, okay, 80% of your income goes to living expenses, and then 10% goes to investments, and 10% goes to debt, or 20% goes to debt. So 70% living expenses, 20% to debt, and 10% to investments. So save 1/10 of everything you earn. So I like to save 10%, or sometimes even more when I'm like, so say I make like $1,000 in trading. I'll split that back up into another account. So I'll have like $1,000 from trading. I'll go, okay, well, I'll put like 50% back into my trading account. I'll put 40 or 30% back into my, you know, regular everyday account, 20% to pay off like bills, 10% for future investments in different fields. And I'll adjust that to what I want at that current time to fit my desires, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not in school anymore. A friend of mine's 40 and delivers food on a bike and puts it all in the crypto. I mean, I think if people do that with crypto, they're just guessing. I mean, because crypto ran. I mean, if you did that with crypto, don't get me wrong. If you did that with crypto 2 years ago, you would have made a ton of money. You'd have been a billionaire or a millionaire, whatever. You'd have been a multimillionaire. But then again, would you know how to manage the money when you had it? Would you go out partying? Would you go out and do drugs with random people and enjoy your good life and travel? Or would you save your money correctly and then use it effectively to make more money? Because people come up on money like that and make huge multi-million dollars out of nowhere on one speculative investment. You got to ask yourself, 5 years, 10 years later, do they actually continue to make millions of dollars? It's usually not the case. So you guys, that's why I suggest reading and building from the ground up and continuing to save 10% of your income to invest and put aside for a future. Should you trade options if you aren't currently? You should trade options. Mark, I look into options. I like them, but right now it's just too much of a high risk field for me. I do get a little nervous when I trade options. I do understand them, but yeah, I do like them, and they make you profits. I trade options. I'd say 10% of the time I make a trade in the stock market. I mostly just buy stocks because I like my principal. I don't like to lose my principal and have it like vary up and down. It just gets me nervous, so I try to avoid that. But I did actually take an options trade on Intelsat, which was a ticker I. We predicted this dump here because they announced an offering right here, announced price of concurrent offering, and I took the option right here on Friday, which was like the 7th. And it dumped here to about 15, and the option was a 615. So options, depending if it was a weekly or a monthly, it was a monthly option for I, expiring on the 15th, because every month they have like July 15th is the new option date, and then August 15th is the new option date. So I took a June 15th, which was pretty risky, but I knew the pattern would happen because it's overextended stock. They did an offering. I took the option right here for $45. I sold it for about $65. It went all the way up to $95. But again, that was about 50% return with just $40. Again, if I had like $4,000, that's $6,500 return. So you just calculate it that way. So I make trades regardless. You got to make trades based off the amount of money you have in your portfolio, and think percentage-wise. Because when you think percentage-wise, yes, like look at my account right now. I have 10 Ether short, and yeah, like my balance is $4. But again, I told you guys I do take losses. Originally, I had like 50 to 100 bucks in there. I had $100 actually in there, so I'm up 7 times my account, 700%. But again, say I had $5,000 and I was a 25-year-old with an average, daily job, which you don't have to quit your day job. But say you had $5,000 to $10,000, and I was the same person with $5,000 to $10,000 in my trading account, and I took that short. Now that $5,000 is $35,000, and that's huge, okay? And yeah, I could predict and anticipate and like play in my mind, oh, I wish I had this much money, and how could I have went back in time and saved the money to have that much money in my account? I don't think about that. I make the decision based off the amount I can invest, and then I build my account that way, and I continue to stay on the system I've developed for myself to continue to build wealth. Again, when you trade, you want to grow wealth, you want to build it. It's not about $1 million trade. You just want to get your base hits, take your base hits. And when the home runs are here, and this is a home run trade, you take the home run trades with as much money as you can afford to take it with. Again, I didn't have as much money because I'm telling you guys, paying off my debt. I do have like a little bit of student loans. I consistently pay those off. But again, I put 10%, 20% on the side to invest with, and it's an effective strategy that's helped me over the course of trading the last year and a half, because I started trading in 2017, did very well, but did have my ups and downs, lost money, won money, lost overall. And like 2017, at the end of 2017, November, December, I turned $500 to $2,000 and in that nice run in the market. And then December, I shorted PSX, and I shorted that PXS, not PXI. So I shorted this stock. I knew it was overextended. I had shares to short. Sometimes when you short a stock, you don't have the shares to short all the time. I saw that it was topping. I shorted it like right here. Let's look at the daily. We'll look at the 30 minutes. So I'll show you exactly where I shorted it. So this chart doesn't really show it too well, but I shorted it like right here. It looked like it was going to top. It ran and it squeezed me. No, it wasn't that day. It was this day. It was actually this day, yeah. So I started shorting it like right here. and then it squeezed me, and then I lost like, I don't know, I don't remember, December 1st. Yeah, so this was the date. Sorry. These charts are a little weird on TradingView, but yeah, I shorted it here, predicting that it would double top here. It didn't. I took a very large risk, and I got squeezed, and I literally got covered right here. If I had like another $1,000 in my account, guys, or no, not 1,000, like $250 or $100 in my account, it would have crashed, and I was in the profit that same day. So I would have been up if I had more money in my account, but again, I took a risk that was not adjusted to the amount of principal I had in my account. Principal being the amount of money you have in your account. I took a crazy risk. Yeah, I would have still profited if I had more money in my account, but again, you've got to play to what you have and, you know, take risks accordingly. And I obviously took a bad risk, lost $2,000, and then I went along and started going into crypto because I knew about crypto in May, but I just was broke because, you know, just messing around in college, not having a lot of money, just going out. Basically, yeah, I'll go over that, Aaron. Basically, I just invested 10% of my income in Ripple, around 60 cents, and the video's there. You guys can watch that if you don't believe me. But again, I hope you guys do. I try to be as honest as possible with you guys. Never like to lie. I like to be, you know, completely, you know, straightforward. There's a trust in this type of game, so you got to keep yourself accountable. I was starting to take Ripple right here, added right here, and then sold about right here, around $2. So it was a pretty good trade. Again, okay, so crypto taxes. Aaron's asking me about crypto taxes. So with crypto taxes, basically my strategy is, again, I told you guys I drive for DoorDash and Uber. Basically the strategy is I do write off about all my miles. I have about $4,000 in write-offs. I also have gas write-offs of about $1,400. I think over the past, I haven't been working as much since school. I've been working a lot since school, but I haven't been working during the school year. So I have about $5,000 in write-offs now. I'm predicting about $20,000 by the end of the year. So when I take my profits for cryptocurrency, which I think I have deposited in my bank account over $8,000, $9,000 so far from crypto, and then from this trade it'll be another $1,000, so about $10,000. But again, it's always adjusted with my losses, so I can write off my losses too. But right now, over the course, I think I've made $5,000 from cryptocurrency all time, plus any money from my long trades on Binance and JAFX. Or not JAFX, this is just from JAFX. When I take this trade and I take profits, I expect it to be $1,000, so about $5,300 from JAFX and since March, and then from Coinbase and Binance, probably another like $1,000 to $2,000. So say $7,500, $8,000 trading with cryptocurrency. I'll basically use my write-offs. My strategy with write-offs will be my write-offs from DoorDash with my mileage and gas will counteract the taxes that I have on cryptocurrency, if that makes sense, because I'll be able to write off over $8,000. I profited over $8,000 from cryptocurrency. It should cancel each other out, but again, I'm not an accountant, so I need to really study that a little bit more and how that works with this new tax code. But I think that's an effective strategy, and that's why I work the job I do and not go out and work for a company, because I do get job offerings every now and then. I do want to work with DoorDash because I see a lot of fundamental flaws. But again, I'm building up my net worth, and working for yourself is probably the most important thing, especially in a society like America. If you live in America, it's an enterprise type society, capitalism. You've got to capitalize on opportunity, and this is exactly what we're doing here. This is what these markets are for, and this was opportunity long, and then you short. So that's why I try to suggest people go short too, because you're just missing you're missing half of the move. It always what goes up must come down. That's literally how it works. Even with good companies too, they always come down. You just got to time them, and it's a little harder to time them when you're short. But it does profit. It's a great profit. And again, Ethereum was $600 last week, and now it's $488. So that's about $112 gain. Times that by say 50 coins. If you had it on JAFX, you're making about $5,000 right now. So my trade that I'm going over here, guys, with you. I have 10 coins short. If I had 100, again, that's $7,000. If I had 1,000, $70,000. So that's how I like to think about it. If I can continue to reinvest my principal and continue to stick to that system I have over the course of the next year of profitable, 2 years of profitable trading, I'll be able to take positions like that. And yeah, maybe cryptocurrency won't be as volatile, or stocks, but there will be an opportunity that I could take that will obviously increase just by keeping it consistent, being able to adapt, and being able to not fall in love with a stock or an asset. Do you still have short positions open? James Stevens asked, do you still have short positions open in Ether? Yes, I do. I hope you guys can see this right here. I'm actively monitoring the screen here on the side. But yeah, these are my shorts. I have 1,300 leverage. Up $777, 777. Woo! But yeah, I was actually going to add some more here around 5:30. I should have added. I added 2 yesterday. I should have added I was thinking about adding like 4 more or 5 more last night, which again would have made me like another $50 at the current, or $40 at the current price. If I did add 5 more, it would have been another $200. So it would have been even close to $1,000. But regardless, I got 10 Ether short, which is enough for me. I do kind of wish I pyramided in more, but again, I didn't. And my strategy is pyramiding. So let me go over that before I end the stream here, because we are going on. Let's see, we're going on 30 minutes. I like to keep the streams pretty short. I'm monitoring that too. So basically, I like to pyramid. So these are my trades. This is straight out of the book here. You could see that was just, I don't know why the stop loss is here, but you see these lines on the chart. Those are my trades. I was shorting Ether here, but again, I took that profit already. So I reshorted here around 6:30, and you can see all these lines here. I started shorting right here around 6:01, and if we zoom in here, sorry, I know MetaTrader has a really crappy chart, but you see I started shorting here, and then I had about like 200-300% leverage rate, which means if I take more, if it goes to like 80%, they'll cut me out of the trade. So I like to keep it above 300-400% when I take the trade. Now I'm at 1,300%. So I took the trade here, and then once it came down lower, I took another one here at 570. Originally, I did take one at 580, and you can see that right here. You see I was taking some trades here. I had 7 Ether short, and I got stopped out because I didn't have enough money in my account. Again, because I only trade with $100 in JAFX, because it's, I like to not risk a lot of money and put a lot of money in there and get emotional with it. So I just put in $100. If I lose it, I'll add a little more. But again, I had like 7 Ether short. I got stopped out on this little bump up here because the bid and the price were, the selling. So basically, the ask was a little higher on the bid side. And so it squeezed me out here on the 7th, which was this date right here. Oh, I was actually right here. Right here. It squeezed me out. Right when it went to 611, it squeezed me out, and you see I got covered at 612. So I originally had like, 4 more Ether short at 600, which would have been a great profit. But again, I only kept I think 2. Again, so I shorted. It was whatever, take the loss. I started shorting more and pyramiding down around, so those were the trades that I took. So I was starting to add around 580. Got a little nervous, so I didn't take those trades too seriously. But then I saw what I saw, and I was like, man, this looks like a great short, so I just kept adding. I added at 599. So the base trade was, on the 5th, was 2 Ether short at 607. Started adding at 599. Add at 570, add at 563, add at 555, another add at 555, and another add at 555. So 3 short at 555, and then 2 adds at 530. So that's called pyramiding. Again, just like a pyramid, you go down. As price goes down, I can short more, and that's why my leverage rate keeps going up, because I could short using my profit based off the trades that I already have open, adding to the amount of money I can make. Again, I didn't execute that nearly as well as I could have. I had like about 600% leverage rate at when the price was at 530, and I knew it would drop down yesterday. I could have shorted, made $40 per Ether. I could have shorted like another 4 to 5 Ether. Max, I could have shorted about 10, but again, 4 to 5 Ether, which would have made me another $200, which would put me at 955. But again, I already took 2. I want to keep my risk pretty low, just in case anything comes my way that's a little crazy. Ether is a strong cryptocurrency, but the bubble pattern is just too real. So those are my trades. I hope I didn't like mumble a lot, or you guys caught that pretty well. EOS dropping hard. Yes, EOS is dropping hard, and this is all very easy. It doesn't really have. It's just the bubble, guys. And I was talking about shorting EOS at $18. I had a short at EOS at 18, and I'm pissed because I do take very, very good trades, and I'm gonna show you guys my trade right here. If we can reflect back on here, it's just sometimes I get nervous. I'm 21 years old. I get a little nervous, and I'm trying to show you that it's okay to be nervous. It's okay. It's just understanding and being conscious of that, and looking for ways to mitigate that fear and uncertainty when taking a trade. And that's why you put the probabilities in your favor and try to get at those high prices where the market's showing you the price is getting rejected. And in taking risks you can afford. Not this put money you can afford to lose. You never want to go into a battle. Excuse me. You never want to go into a battle you know you're gonna lose. You want to go into a battle where the odds are in your favor that you're gonna win. So you want to be very confident. But you can see, I skipped over it. Sorry, I'm going through my trades. So right here I was shorting EOS. EOS right here. You can see I had EOS short, and I made, look, I made $157 shorting EOS from $18.89, $18.88 to $18.25 on May 3rd, so about a month ago. And that short would have made me double my money, so I would have made double the amount of shorts I had. So I had 25, I think, EOS short, which calculated to, let's do the math, because sometimes it's a little different with these lot sizes. I don't know how they calculate these lots. So it was $18.88 minus $18.25, so that was 63-cent profit. I think it might have been 250 coins. So 63% profit times 250 coins. So yeah, so I had 250 EOS short. You can see that. There's the math on screen right there. I hope you guys can see that. So right there where this red highlight is, I got stopped out at 18.25. I shorted at 18.88, and I got a profit of $157. It was 250 EOS short. Again, if I held that trade, I stayed a little patient with that, that would have made me a ton of money. Let's do the math, okay? And that's the point of having patience and being able to sit on your hands and wait, because the big trades will make you a lot of money, and these are home run type trades. So again, I've taken home run trades, but I got nervous and I talked myself out of them, and that's okay. You guys got to be aware of that and find ways to mitigate that, and that's how I do that, by simply writing it in a journal. Most kids don't even like to write or read. I think that is going to add into your advantage and take advantage of the ignorance that's in the marketplace. BTC 6K when? I'm thinking about next week. Again, I don't like to predict. That's just my set soft target. But again, say I continued shorting EOS. Okay, it was at 18.88 minus 9.86, so that would have been a $9 profit times 250. That would have been a $2,250 profit on EOS outside of commissions. Commissions would have probably been like $25 because it was a month-long trade. And again, if patience kills you, take trades that you won't think about. If like putting money in your pocket. When you have money in your pocket and you don't think about it, after like 2 months later you wear the same pants and you found $5, $10. It's that same type of concept. You want to mitigate or take that emotional attachment away from money. Don't go into a trade thinking you're going to make $1 million. Look for 5, look for 10%, and go from there. And that's how you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to emotionally detach yourself from money, because when you have money, this is Egyptian money. So you have this $10 pound right here. Okay, what's the difference between this $10 pound, okay, and this 50 cent, this is 50 pastries or pastorals, whatever. So this is 10 pounds and 50 pastries. I think that's what it's called, or what is that? Pastries. I call them pastries because it just sounds cooler. 50 pastries and 10 pounds. This is relatively lower. Equivalent in American money, 10 pounds is like, I mean, this is like $3, but we'll say this is like $10 and this is like 50 cents. Okay, it's still paper though. Is this going to have any meaning to you regardless? Obviously there's a value. It's just a commodity. These are just commodities, but they're paper. They're not going to love you back. They're not going to do anything for you besides used as an exchange for goods and services. So again, when you take trades, make sure your emotional detachment is away from money, and understand it's simply a commodity used to exchange for goods and services. And that's when you take a trade and you think like that, you'll be able to profit very well, because you won't have an emotional attachment to money, and you'll be able to make rational decisions that are not emotion-based. They're logical-based. Okay, so I hope that kind of makes sense. It's still a work in progress for me, so that's why I like to do these streams again, to kind of show you guys how I can grow, and they're kind of journals for me as well. But EOS, I mean, Bulbul guy, I might have to disagree with you. I see a good base for EOS at 6. I mean, people were so excited about this EOS mainnet launch, and everyone. EOS, okay, EOS. If you guys didn't see it, it was the cryptocurrency to buy in this bear rally on Bitcoin. So if we look at Bitcoin, we're gonna go over this. The two here, Bitcoin was the strongest one to buy into September, and then we had Ripple running right here when Bitcoin crashed. Ripple was the strongest one to buy when Bitcoin was around in January when Bitcoin was dumping. Okay, the market was still done. Ripple was running, and Ripple was hitting new highs in mid-January. Okay, that was the one to buy. And then we had the dump. Everything started to dump. Ether started to dump. And then we had the first rally. The first rally, Litecoin was a good buy, in all honesty. Litecoin was a very good buy on that first rally from about $118 to $240. Okay, Ether was a good buy on that rally as well from 371 to 800. So Ether was the strongest one. And then on this rally as well, we had Ether and EOS. Okay, on this little rally to 10K, okay, right here, this rally to 10K, this was Ether and EOS's rally. Ether doubled in total value, and EOS doubled in total value from their bottom. EOS being the strongest one because of their mainnet launch. But again, EOS has a lot of shady things around it, and again, EOS, I just don't see it being used as a currency. There's a lot of potential in it. I have to do more studying as I don't know a lot about it. But again, right now the market's telling me that it was just up on speculation and hype, and no real use case or utility. And you have to understand that utility is what a cryptocurrency should be used for, because it's called a currency for a reason. It's being evaluated as a commodity, not a security, not a speculative investment. You want to use a cryptocurrency for a medium of exchange or a value saving asset, okay? Something in that sense, like gold. I mean, gold, you can use it for jewelry, you can use it as money. It will always hold value regardless of what happens. EOS and these cryptocurrencies, just because they're all hyped up and everyone's talking about them now, does not mean they're worth this much money, okay? If in October it was worth 40 cents, and now you think it's worth $22, based off what value is it adding into society? And those are questions I ask myself, and it usually clears away all the bullshit, and I can make a good decision based off that. And off that EOS trade I took a month ago, I would have made $2,250 off just 25 lot short, 0.25 lot short. So that just goes to show there's a lot of money to be made if you can get out of the bullshit that a lot of people are just speculating on. Okay. So sorry for just rambling on, but I just needed to say that. Regardless, I think the best cryptocurrency to buy once this starts leveling out is Ripple, just because there's a use case behind it. Again, Ripple is dumping too, and I'm telling you guys, this was a zone I planned to buy in, and there's no coincidence that it's coming right back into that zone, because patterns do repeat themselves, and it's just lower lows, higher lows. Lower highs, and lower lows. EOS is a beast. It was a beast, yeah, and now it's getting tamed, and it's crashing. So you could have tamed the beast going up, and then tamed the beast going down. Profitable trades either way. Ethereum Classic did have a little run here with the Coinbase news, and it's still kind of holding up here. But again, it's still kind of crashing with the market. But I would watch Ethereum Classic because it's getting added to Coinbase, which will add demand to the currency. So Ethereum Classic is one I'm definitely watching. Yeah, 27 cents to 40 cents is where I'm filling the bags, Bulbul Guy. That's definitely a good place to look at. Ethereum Classic, look for that one to get a little more hype behind it once Coinbase starts releasing it onto their exchange in September, which is kind of a ways away. It's about 3 months, but I did make a video, so make sure to check that out. But yeah, just follow along with the channel. Make sure to, watch the news and kind of just get out of the speculation type. Get out of the speculation of cryptocurrency and look for use cases. And XRP, definitely a use case. Ethereum Classic will be like a speculation type one, but I think Ethereum Classic could offer a trading opportunity. But again, BNB is my favorite cryptocurrency, even in this bear market, because BNB, yeah, I know they do. BNB is the one that's kind of holding up in value compared to every other cryptocurrency because it's being constantly used on their exchange, okay? Constantly being used on the exchange. In and out of cryptos, people are using BNB, and people are storing their wealth into BNB because it's going up in value, and BNB is burned every month, or every quarter, excuse me. So BNB, definitely a good trade because you're investing in Binance, and you're not just investing in a cryptocurrency that's up for no good reason, just based off hype. Yeah, I know Coinbase holds a lot of ETC because they were in Ethereum before the hard fork, and a lot of people don't understand that, and that's why I think Ethereum is kind of worthless. Because not worthless, it's not worthless. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. But I think Ethereum doesn't have the main essence of a blockchain as Bitcoin does, because they did do that hard fork and gave away a ton, and that's how people controlled the supply. And I'm sure Coinbase held a lot of Ethereum too. So again, this is an unregulated market. Bobo guy, it doesn't matter. Don't regret anything when you make a trade. I could be regretting so many things, but all it's going to do is, waste your time. So Ethereum, with this Ethereum Classic news, as you guys know, in 2016, when they gave away all that crypto right here, this is when the hack happened here around 2016, and then they gave away all that Ethereum. They came out with Ethereum here. Boom, they gave it all away, and now the price just kept going higher and higher. So those people who got the free Ethereum when they were in Ethereum Classic definitely made millions of dollars. So there's a lot of shady things with that and the blockchain on Ethereum, but we'll see what happens. Again, I hope everyone did take that short at 530 on Ethereum, or at least on their cryptocurrency of choice. We're getting a little bounce here. I don't see this one holding up as well, because we did break that key support here, and we're testing right here a little support level here. We might get a little bounce. Bitcoin looks to be bouncing, but I still think we're still going and hitting newer lows once we break this price level around 6,500, because Bitcoin still has a ways to go, and the bear pattern is still real. So that's really it, guys. BTC meet 6K, not yet, $500 more. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining me on the live stream. Again, feel free to like the video, turn on notifications, subscribe for more awesome cryptocurrency videos. Catch you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys are enjoying the shorting videos and going over what's going on with cryptocurrency and making money on shorts. I hope you guys enjoy your day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.